Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another breakdown. We're going to be breaking down this upcoming PFL card. We have two championships on the line on this card, two 5-round bangers on this card, and on the main card. I mean, we got Adjoudj taking on Logan Storley. Adjoudj coming off his first main event win over Jason Jackson. He did cash for us at plus 200 underdog, so that was nice to see from Adjoudj. And he's taking on Logan Storley, another really good wrestler in PFL. We also got in the co-main, we got Pinedo, one of my favorite fighters to watch in PFL. I'm sure if you guys watch PFL, if you have been watching PFL, I'm sure Pinedo is also one of your favorite fighters to watch in the promotion. He's taking on the undefeated Russian Khaybulaev. That should be a banger. I can't wait to see how that plays out. We also got Adjoudj taking on Landu. These guys were supposed to fight each other a few months back. I believe something happened with Landu, and he wasn't able to stay on that card a few months back. We also got the All-American wrestler Jordan Newman fighting Aslam. I believe Jordan Newman was supposed to be on a PFL card earlier this year. His fight with he's supposed to fight Khalid Murtajaliev back in April, and that fight was canceled. And he was supposed to take on he was supposed to take on him like twice. I mean, but Khalid I guess he doesn't stay on that card for some reason. I don't know what happened there, but he wasn't able to fight Khalid, so now he's taking on Aslam, who fights out of UAE, Middle East. We also got Jacob Kaszuba, another one of my favorite fighters to watch in PFL. Jacob Kaszuba, one of the rising prospects from Poland right now. He's 14-0, undefeated in PFL. He's taking a Sergio Cossio. Let's all hope Sergio Cossio doesn't miss weight this time again, because I remember that his last performance was just so terrible because he missed weight by I think he missed weight by like 10, 15 pounds there. That was a really horrible look from Sergio Cossio. So I'm kind of worried he might miss weight and they might just cancel this fight. I hope that's not the case. We also got Hussein Kadimagomaev taking on Kyle Driscoll. Hussein Kadimagomaev lost his undefeated record. I believe I think he was 11-1 before, and then he lost that fight as a massive favorite. Like I believe it's like 12-1 or like 13-1 in that matchup against Jeff Formosan, who did test positive for a drug test later on. So that's why that fight was overturned to a no contest. He looked really bad there. I mean, either way, drug test or not. We also got Nathan Kelly taking on Frederick Dupras. Frederick Dupras made his debut against Braga, and he had Braga in a pretty tight guillotine. He couldn't finish that guillotine, then he completely just folded after his first guillotine attempt. He's like kind of known for those guillotines. We also got Sherrick Shields, who looked great in his PFL debut recently. He's taking on Meck, who's also a really good wrestler and has power on the feet. Definitely a good matchup here stylistically. We also got Damian Nelson taking Isaiah Diggs. Isaiah Diggs making his PFL debut. I'm excited to see how this guy does in the PFL at 145. He's only 5'5", one of the shortest guys I've seen fight out 145 pounds. And I've been watching him for like the past 10 years. Let's do the breakdown, guys. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. We're getting close to hitting 3,500 subscribers. I'd really appreciate it if you guys all smash that subscribe button. And also, if you guys do want to place action on this card, you guys can go over to CloudBet. There should be a link in the description. And use my promo code PICKMMA. You will get up to $2,500 sign-up bonus. And they will also give your first wager. They'll make your first wager risk-free. So if you lose your first bet on the site, they'll give you your money back on that one. So let's talk about this card now. We got Matt Turnbull taking on Tom Pagliarulo. Pagliarulo. That name's kind of tricky. We'll just call him Tom. I'm going to have to go to Tom. He's training an England cartel. That does kind of like bring up red flags when you train out an England cartel. But I think in the spot, he's going to be the far longer ranger striker. And he should have the striking edge here. He's going to have to defend takedowns because Matt does go for takedowns. He does go for body lock, trips, and like takedowns, like upper body takedowns mostly. Doesn't shoot a lot of single legs or like double leg takedowns. I think Tom should have the wrestling takedown defense here. He hasn't really fought any like the best level of competition in all fairness, but still has mad. Neither of these, both these guys are making their PFL debut, and I'm gonna have to go with Tom on this one. I think Tom by like a late TKO KO, he will knock him out. I think. Well, Matt's gonna be like 5'7", so like he's gonna have the range. He's gonna be a lot bigger than Turnbull, and I really don't like Turnbull striking all that much. I think he's gonna be open to those straight shots from Tom down the pipe. So that's gonna be. I'm gonna go with Tom by a KO in the second round. He is minus 550. I mean, that line is kind of crazy for a guy making his PFL debut. I just think stylistically, I can understand why the line is that wide. Because if he does defend takedowns, which he should be able to like piece him up on the feet, either like win by a dominant 30-27, 28-28 decision, or like get a late TKO. I'm gonna go towards a late TKO from Tom, like a second round TKO. I think he will be the first one to knock out Matt, who's never been knocked out before. Next fight on the card, we got Damian Nelson taking on Isaiah Diggs. Now, I was looking for a reason to pick Damian Nelson. I might still like lean towards him as underdog, because like he's fought the much better competition. I mean, they both have fought Tony Toro, and I actually bet on Isaiah Diggs when he fought Tony Toro. That was a while ago, like almost like 2 years ago at this point in Fury FC. I don't really bet on Fury FC that often, but I did bet him there. It was a good spot for him. He was up to kind of get him to clinch, go forward. He's got really good forward pressure, and he's really short, man. He's only like 5'5" with a 68-inch reach for 145. That kind of does worry me when he does start fighting guys that are a lot better than him. In this spot, I just don't think Damian Nelson's like that much better than him. He does train out of Longo MMA. He's been hanging out with Merab Dawsuli, the obviously the best 135 bantamweight champion probably ever. So he's definitely getting good looks in the training camp. I just think Isaiah Diggs gonna have the wrestling here. He should be able to land the better shots. He does have more power, throws more heavy shots. He's gonna be walking him down. I feel like he's shown pretty good durability so far. Never been knocked out. I don't think I've ever seen him get dropped either in his tape. So I'm gonna have to go with Isaiah Diggs as at +5, like 600. I mean, that line is kind of crazy. Like these first two favorites are kind of wide, but I do think Isaiah Diggs wins. I think he wins by like a decision. I think he wins by decision. So I'm gonna go with Isaiah Diggs by decision. It would be nice to see if he can finish Nelson, but I don't think he's finishing him. I do think there's value on Nelson at this line. Though both these guys are like relatively unproven. Nelson's already made his PFL debut. He's 0-1 in the promotion, lost to Nathan Kelly, who's also fighting on this card. I'm gonna have to go to Diggs as a pick, but as a bet, I think Nelson at +375 is not the worst bet. You can get him at +410 on Cloud Bet also. Yeah, +410 on Cloud Bet. We'll probably put some action down on the live stream on Nelson. At this line, the line is 4-1. But I think my pick has to be Diggs to win, because I do think he wins the fight more often. Next fight on the card, we got Sherick Shields taking on Meck. Pretty good matchup here, man. I was impressed by Sherick Shields in his PFL debut, I believe, because he was fighting in LFA, and he did get knocked out by Afonso Olivia, who's actually pretty good. He completely went out there, dominated Joseph Luciano, who I thought was gonna be the better grappler with the better gas tank and more durability. It really just didn't matter because he took him down every single round, and his cardio just didn't slow down at all. Like he just went out there, like I don't know how many. I think he got like 10 takedowns in that fight. Like I can't remember how many takedowns he kept getting in that fight. He kept getting takedown after takedown, takedown after takedown. Like the guy can wrestle. He's probably on some good steroids right now. He's got to be on something, man. Like the pace that he pushed on Joseph Luciano was insane. Can he do that here? I mean, I think Meck's gonna have the early finishing upside here. He does hit harder. He's got more power, better ground and pound when he does get his wrestling going. And he's also a former wrestler. So I'm gonna have to go with Meck here. I do kind of worry for Meck. If he doesn't finish Sherick Shields in the first round, I could see Sherick Shields getting the better of the grappling exchanges, controlling him on the ground in the second round, getting his own takedown, taking over later on. But I'm gonna go with Nick Meck by first round ground and pound. I do think he can finish Shirk Shields early on, but I'm not really like crazy impressed by Nick Meck when the fights go longer than the first round. So I would kind of worry, but I'm gonna go with Nick Meck on this one. I think I'll go like ground and pound TKO, TKO for Nick Meck. There's no betting lines in this one yet. I'm not sure what the line's gonna open up. It's probably gonna be close. All right, let's move on. Next fight on the card. We have Nathan Kelly taking on Frederick Dupras. Man, Dupras had a pretty tough debut in the PFL. Took on Gabriel Braga. I believe he was scheduled to fight someone else in his PFL debut, but the guy, I think they changed a bunch of matchups on that card. I remember. Yeah, he was supposed to fight Nathan Grave, who's a ATT prospect, has fought in LFA. So this is supposed to be his matchup in his debut. Probably a lot better matchup for him in his debut than taking on someone like Braga. He is known for this guillotine, bro. The guy has like 6-7 guillotines. Like he's got like so many submissions in the first round. Like normally he's gonna go out there, go for a guillotine. He's gonna wrestle early. Can he take down Nathan Kelly? Is there a chance? I think he could take down Nathan Kelly. Nathan Kelly has proven that he can be taken down. He is dangerous. He's gonna have the striking edge over Dupras here. Man, I've been fading Nathan. Like I actually picked him over Magomaev, which obviously like he was looking good early. He almost knocked out Magomaev in the first round. Had him in big trouble. Then he kind of faded after in the second round. Was getting taken down and getting dominated by Magomaev. He gave up that rear naked choke. He's been getting rear naked choke back to back by Magomaev, who's actually like a lot better, like much better than Dupras, and has better wrestling than Dupras, like a better cardio also than Dupras. Tycoon Kim. I'm actually high on Tycoon Kim. I picked Tycoon Kim over Moblet Khaybulaev. I know he's like a plus 300 underdog there, so I took a shot on Tycoon Kim, who obviously just struggled against Khaybulaev with his takedown defense, but he was up to drop Nathan Kelly in the first round, then take his back and choke him out in the first round. That was impressive by Tycoon Kim. So like things haven't really been looking good for Nathan Kelly. He's still 20 years old, still really young. Trains out of SPG Ireland. I feel like this fight is gonna go either one or two ways. Either Kelly goes out there in the first round, knocks him out. Either Dupras gets that wrestling going early, takes him down, locks in that submission, or gets a crazy guillotine or something. And he trains at our TriStar MMA, so he's got some good training partners also. Both you guys are training at pretty decent teams. This one's tricky, man. I'm gonna take a shot in Dupras by submission early, but I know he could just quit out there and like if he doesn't get that first round submission on Kelly, which he could, because he does have a tight guillotine and some like nasty chokes early when he's fresh, but he'll probably kind of give up later. If Kelly does survive the grappling exchanges early, I can see Dupras just kind of giving up and getting TKO'd or like getting subbed by Nathan Kelly. So I think this fight under 1.5 rounds is pretty good. I like the unders here a lot. I just don't see this fight going the distance, to be honest with you guys. No matter who wins, I think they both have finishing upside. They both can be finished. So I'm going to go with the under. I think they're going to open the totals at 1.5 rounds because Dupras hardly ever goes past 1.5 rounds. He's never gone like over 1.5 rounds, I think, in his career. Yeah, he's only gone the second round, and that finished pretty quickly too. So most of his fights, I mean, more than like all of his fights end in the first round. So I think the under 1.5 rounds is going to be a really good look here. I'm going to go with Frederick as an underdog pick. Plus 130 for Frederick. Let's see. He's plus 138 for on Cloud Bet for Frederick. I'm gonna go with Frederick by submission early, but I think the under is probably the safer play. Like I said earlier. Next fight on the card, we got Hussein Kadimagomaev taking on Kyle Driscoll. So I watched tape on this guy, Kyle Driscoll. He's okay, man. He's like not really that impressed by Kyle Driscoll, but like neither am I impressed with Hussein Kadimagomaev. He got completely dominated by Jafar Molson. He was getting taken on by this dude over and over. Like, obviously, Jafar tested positive for a drug test after that fight, so that's why they turned that into no contest now. And he's had another one before, like accidental groin strike. I think he should be better, man. I think he should be better than Kyle Driscoll. His striking should be a lot sharper than Kyle. He should have the wrestling over Kyle also. He's 25 years old, so like there's still time to improve, get better. I'm gonna go with Kadimagomaev. Like, I think he could. Does he finish him? I mean, like, I don't know if he does finish him. I'm gonna go decision for Kadimagomaev, or maybe like a submission. He might get a submission on Kyle Driscoll. He might lock something up. But the more I think about it, I think it's probably going the distance. Hussein minus 200 right now. He opened up at minus 500. The opening line was kind of foul. So I'm not shocked that money came in Kyle Driscoll. But he was minus 1200 over his last fight, man. So like him going from minus 1200 fighting a guy that tested positive for drug tests, obviously like we can give him a break for that. It's not really his fault. Like when you're fighting someone like Jafar, probably on all the steroids you can find. So he went from minus 1200 to minus 200. So I think we're getting a bit of a discount here because of that, because of recency bias. Give me Kadimagomaev by a late submission or decision. Next fight on the card, we got Jacob Kaszuba taking on Sergio Cossio. Pretty easy matchup for Kaszuba. He's going to be the far better striker, the better wrestler in this fight. And the line reflects that. Obviously, he's 30 years old. He's undefeated, 14-0. And Sergio Cossio was looking okay before his last fight. Then he missed weight by like 10 pounds, came in overweight. Probably didn't. I don't think he trained for that fight. If you go back and watch that fight against Dedrick Sanders, he clearly didn't train at all. Because he didn't look like he trained at all. He just kind of like looked super bad on the feet. He didn't land any strikes in that match, I believe, and he just kind of gave up. I mean, to those knees to the body, and this is a really bad matchup for him. Really bad matchup for him here against Kaszuba. Now Kaszuba can be hurt early, but the guy has shown he's tough as nails, and he's not gonna give up on himself. I actually bet him as minus 110, minus 120. Over, I believe it was Connor, or no, I think it was this one. Yeah, John Mitchell. So like he was getting his ass beat early, like getting dropped all over the place, and he came back and won that fight over John Mitchell, and that was super impressive by John. I had him at minus 120 there, I believe it was minus 120 over John Mitchell. He was minus 120 over John Mitchell, and like I wasn't like crazy confident he was gonna win because John Mitchell is pretty good. He's been fighting guys that are like a lot better than Sergio Cossio. I think Kaszuba goes out there, knocks him out early. Easy fight for Kaszuba. Honestly, it is an easy matchup for him here. Minus 650 for Kaszuba. I think even a minus 650 is not a bad parlay piece. I do like the unders here also. I think he does finish him. He should finish him out. He should go out there, finish him. He has gone the distance before, but I think stylistically, this matchup is good for him. Cossio has shown that he can be finished. He's been finished 9 times out of 10 losses. So I think Kaszuba ITD, Kaszuba by finish, Kaszuba by KO TKO, maybe submission. He could wrap up a submission also, but he's more of a ground and pound type of guy. So I'm gonna lean towards him getting a finish by ground and pound TKO. Just putting a pace on Sergio Cossio. He's gonna have the better cardio, the better striker, and he's definitely taking his career more serious than Cossio. Next fight on the card, we got Jordan Newman taking on Aslam Abdul Baset. Easy matchup for Jordan. He's minus 1100. I think he should be like minus 2000, to be honest with you guys. Went out there as underdog, beat Imam Safi Aliyev, who trains with the Habib's team. He just put a striking clinic on Aliyev, man. He's an all-American wrestler. One of the best wrestlers and in the PFL right now, currently. In this matchup, he can take him down. He can take down Aslan Abdul Baset. He can also outstrike him. I think he's going to have more power on the feet. He's going to land the better shots. And he's 30 years old, but I do like this matchup for him. A lot of training out of the Sports Academy. A really good team to be training out of. Jordan Newman, I think he does finish him. I think he does go out there and finish Aslan. I do like him a lot here. I'm going to go like Jordan Newman by submission. I think he takes him down to the ground and locks in like maybe a Kimura, like a power submission. Let's see what the line is. Minus 1,000. I mean, honestly, that line's like, I just don't see him losing to Baset unless Baset can catch him like a knee up the middle or like some high kick. Even then, like he's shown like Newman has shown that he's really durable and he's got pretty good cardio. Also, he trains hard. I think Newman's good. He's gonna get it done. I want to see a finish. I think he will finish him by submission. Like I'm gonna go like a second on submission for Newman. Next fight on the card, we got Adjoudj, who's taking on Landu. Now, Landu has been able to, like, he's been stacking up wins. Like, I'm not really impressed by Landu, but you got to give him credit, man. He's been going out there at almost 40 years old. We had a bunch of 40-year-olds on that UFC card in Abu Dhabi. We actually took Davy Grant as plus 280 underdog. Oh, I didn't pick Salikov. I mean, Salikov was like 42 years old. I wish I picked Salikov. That would have been a crazy pick to pick Salikov over Leo, and him knocking him out the way he did, the way he knocked out Leo was insane. So these uncles, I mean, they've been going out there, they've been getting it done. You can't write them out just because they're pushing 40 years old, because they're in pretty good shape. And I do think this fight's a lot closer than the odds reflect. The reason I'm gonna go with Adjoudj, because I think his kickboxing is a lot sharper. He has more power. He's also got more finishing upside with the submission game. He was losing his last fight. I remember I actually parlayed him there over Jose Perez, the former Cage for UFC champion, I believe. Or I think he's a Fury UFC champion or Cage for UFC champion, Jose Perez. So he looked good out there, man. He looked good. I mean, I wouldn't say he looked good out there because he was getting wrestled early by Jose Perez. Then he found the opening for that guillotine choke. Then he wrapped up the guillotine pretty quick and forced a tap out from Jose Perez. It's not easy to tap out. I love his striking, man. He's from France, obviously. Like, he's 26 years old. He's gonna be much younger. He's gonna be much faster. Should have the striking edge over Landu, but Landu has pretty good cardio. And if you don't do a lot on the feet against Landu's one of these guys that can like just do a bit more than you're doing on the feet and just kind of win by a close decision. And he can also wrestle. I can see Landu going out there, getting some takedowns on Adjoudj. But I think Adjoudj will find his openings later on, like, and get a finish over Landu. I think he does finish him. I think he'll finish him in the second, like, third round. Like, I'm gonna go third round finish for Adjoudj. There's a chance that he doesn't finish him because Landu is durable, but I'm gonna go Adjoudj by like a late KO, TKO, or submission. Minus 225 for Adjoudj. That line is a bit crazy though, because Landu, he's been getting upset wins after upset win. He's been getting it done as underdog. He was underdog to Jonas Bellarino. I believe he was underdog in that fight also, or no, he was an underdog there, I think. But like normally, like the books don't really respect him all that much. He's been proving people wrong. I'm gonna go with Adjoudj, man. I'm more high on Adjoudj. He's gonna get better at this point. He's only 26 years old, so he should make more improvements to his game. Whereas Landu's gonna be the same fighter. I feel like I don't think he's gonna add anything new at this point in his career. Next fight on the card, we got Molded Khaybulaev, guys. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you guys do enjoy these PFL breakdowns. We're really close to hitting 3,500 subscribers, and I would appreciate it. I'm going to be live for this entire card on Friday. We're going to make some live bets on this card. We're going to place bets for every fight on the card. Last week we cashed on the live stream. We cashed on Cenas at like plus 490. We cashed on Hakonio at like plus 824. We cashed on we also cashed on Corey Anderson also on the live. So we do cash some underdogs on the live stream, but I think this card is going to be more favor heavy. But maybe we'll play some underdog bets on the live stream just based on value alone. But the one underdog that I'm not going to be betting is Molded Khaybulaev. He is 23-0, 23-0-1 in his career. So obviously, like, that record looks really good on paper. He's fighting Jesus Pinedo, who's undefeated in the. He should be undefeated in the PFL. He should be 6-0 in the PFL. He did beat Braga in their first fight. Like he definitely beat Braga there. I picked him there over Braga, and I think he beat Braga, but the judges gave it to Braga there. Then he obviously knocked him out back to back after that. He has been fighting strikers other than Bubba Jenkins and Loughnane, who can wrestle a bit. He has been fighting strikers, to be fair. Adam Bork's is a striker. Braga's a boxer. Jenkins is a wrestler, but like doesn't have the gas tank to wrestle more than like a round. Loughnane, that's probably like the best. I think the Loughnane win and then Braga wins like probably the best wins that he has overall. But the way he's winning these fights is very impressive. He's knocking out everyone. He's got 2 back-to-back first-round KOs in a row. And Khaybulaev is going to have to wrestle, man. He's going to have to wrestle. I don't see Khaybulaev finishing him. Like, I don't think he's going to sub him. Pinedo's got pretty good takedown defense. He could be taken on maybe by Khaybulaev early, but I think the striking is going to favor Pinedo by a lot. Obviously, Khaybulaev is gonna have the wrestling to maybe keep Pinedo from completely opening up with the striking exchanges. But I just think those knees up the middle, man, those straight shots, that left hook from Pinedo, and he fights super long. He's gonna be so much taller than Khaybulaev. Is 6 feet tall with a 74-inch reach. Khaybulaev is only 5'6" with a 70-inch reach. I've seen Khaybulaev I think him getting it's only gonna be a matter of time before Khaybulaev gets knocked out. He was knocked out by Pinedo, the former UFC fighter who retired now. And that fight was turned into a no contest because I believe Pinedo tested positive for a drug test. That was a while ago. Yeah, it was Daniel Pinedo. He was knocked out in the first round there. And then he was I think he was knocked out by Jeremy Kennedy too. He was knocked out with Jeremy Kennedy, but the referee just didn't stop the fight. He did come back after a bit of a layoff and didn't really look that good in the first 2 rounds. I just think Pinedo's gonna put it on him, bro. If Khaybulaev's not holding him down, controlling him on the ground, or finding a submission early, this fight being 5 rounds helps Pinedo. I feel like even if he gets taken down early, he's not gonna give up on himself, man. His cardio is good. I know people when people see this guy's knocking out everyone in the first round, his cardio is probably so bad if he can't get a first round KO. That's not the case with Pinedo. That's really not the case with Pinedo. I think he's gonna find his range early in Khaybulaev and he's gonna knock him out. So I'm gonna go Pinedo by a first round, a first second on KO on Khaybulaev. I think he knocks him out cold, and it's gonna be a brutal KO. And I can't wait for it. Not that I hate Khaybulaev. I'm just not the biggest fan of Khaybulaev. And I think he's getting knocked out this week on Friday. So I can't wait to see it. Pinedo by KO. I hope the line gets closer. -1, -171 on Cloudbet. -150 on Betway. -150, I think this line's pretty good. I'm going to bet the KO. The KO is where the money's going to be at. Because the KO should be +200, +150 maybe. Should be +180 at least. So I don't know where the KO prop's going to open up at. But that should be I like the KO, man. I think if he does win, he's gonna win. Not if he does win, he is gonna win. He's gonna knock him out. I would be shocked if Khaybulaev gets dropped and he doesn't get finished. I think Pinedo's got too much power, hits so hard. Those knees up the middle are gonna find the target on Khaybulaev, and I think Pinedo knocks him out cold. That's gonna be the pick. Pinedo, I love Pinedo here. -160 even. I love that line. The only reason that line's only -160, he was -130 over Borix. It's crazy. They just don't respect him. Even against Braga, he's only -200 over Braga, which is crazy too. So I don't know what it is. The bookmakers, they don't really put that respect in Pinedo. I guess they are, because normally they open the guy that's undefeated 23-0-1. He's Russian as a favorite. But surprisingly, they actually opened Pinedo at -120 on Bet Online. So that tells me that they think Pinedo's going to win, and I think Pinedo's going to win. The only reason that line is not that crazy because Khaybulaev can wrestle. He's 23-0-1 in his career. So I think that's the only reason that this line's not getting crazy on Pinedo. But I think Pinedo will win. He will knock him out. So we're going to go with Pinedo. I'm confident Pinedo's going to get this one. And we're definitely going to have money on Pinedo on the live stream. All right, guys, main event time now. We got Tadjin taking on Logan Storley. Great matchup, man. Great matchup here at 170 pounds. Tadjin cast for us at plus 200 as a big underdog, 2-1 underdog. That line was crazy because I know people are really high on Jason Jackson. He won the tournament, I believe, last year or the year before at welterweight. He knocked out Amosov at as a plus 500 underdog. So people are like, there's no way Tadjin can go out there beat Jason Jackson. He showed in that fight. This matchup is similar to Jason Jackson. Logan Storley, another wrestler. Jason Jackson can wrestle also. Like, who's a better pure wrestler? Probably Logan Storley. But I don't think he's striking like Jason Jackson. Jason Jackson's got better striking than Logan Storley. Like, I really do believe that. Storley has better wrestling, pure wrestling, I think. He's got some high level wins over Buckley back in the day. He went out there, beat Kikori. Like, no, there were some hairy moments on the feet when he couldn't get takedowns on Kikori in the second round. But he won the first round with takedowns, and he almost finished Kikori in the first round. He should have finished him in the first round with some nasty ground and pound, but the referee let that fight go on longer than it probably should have. Then he took down Luciano over and over, completely dominated him with the wrestling. Then he obviously had some hairy moments. He was getting out wrestled by Luca Pokle, who's got pretty good grappling also, like more of a BJ guy than pure wrestler. Then he obviously got knocked out by Messiah. Messiah was an absolute beast, man. Messiah would beat both these guys. I have no question about that. I have no doubt about that. I mean, this one's gonna be tricky, man, because it's one thing betting Tadjin minus plus 200, right? Plus 200 Tadjin. It's a lot better, right? Like, you feel better betting someone at plus 200 when they're fighting wrestlers and they're a striker. Tadjin, he's shown by now that he can, even if he does get taken on, he's shown pretty good get up games. He's shown that he can stay safe on the ground. He's not gonna get controlled on the ground for that much, that long. I mean, and striking is gonna be a lot better from Tadjin here. He's gonna have more power on the feet. Storley has been knocked out before. I think he's been knocked out how many times has he been knocked out? I think he's been knocked out twice, or he's only been knocked out by Messiah. So to be fair, something in the back of my mind telling me Storley might want to go out there, get some takedowns every round, control him. But I think Tadjin's gonna make him work for those takedowns. He's not gonna get controlled on the ground that easily. And I've never picked against Tadjin. I am gonna go with Tadjin. Does he knock him out? I don't know if he does knock him out. I think Storley is pretty tough, durable, man. I think Tadjin's gonna land the better shots, and it's 5 rounds. I mean, so he could knock him out. Maybe I hope he does knock him out. It would be nice to see Tadjin get a knockout whenever Storley. Maybe we can get Tadjin versus Messiah next after this matchup. I'm gonna go Tadjin to win by decision. I think he's gonna get taken down. Storley's gonna have some moments here, get some control. And Tadjin's gonna be more effective in the striking exchanges, and I think he's gonna win 3 out of 5 rounds. So I'm gonna go with Tadjin by decision. That's gonna be my pick. Tadjin coming in at minus 170. So obviously money coming in on Storley, right? Which makes sense. He's one of the better fighters in the PFL. Was one of the better fighters in Bellator before Bellator went under. But I'm gonna go with Tadjin. I'm gonna believe in Tadjin as the prospect. And obviously, if I'm going to pick him over Jason Jackson, obviously I'm going to pick him over Storley, right? I wish he was underdog here, but obviously he's 10-0 undefeated, so they're not going to make him underdog anymore. He's proven in the Jason Jackson fight that he can get back up, even if he does give up takedowns, which wasn't that often that he was giving up takedowns to Jason Jackson. Jason was trying to clinch him and stuff like that, but I think those straight shots on the pipe are going to find Storley chin. And he's also going to throw some knees up the middle. Now, this is 5 rounds, right? So the cardio, Storley might have the better cardio later on. That could be a problem here, maybe. But I'm gonna go Tadjin as a pick. So that's going to be my pick, guys. There you guys go. We're going with Tadjin. We're going with Jesus Pinedo, Azio, Adjoudj, Jordan Newman, Kaszuba. We're going with Kadimagomaev. We're going with the Frederick Dupras. Nick Meck, Isaiah Diggs. We're taking Tom Pagliarulo. My confident picks on this card are Jesus Pinedo, I'm taking Jesus Pinedo, my confident pick. I'm picking Jordan Newman. He's my confident pick also. Jacob Kaszuba is another confident pick for me on this card. Tom Pagliarulo is a confident pick, but the line kind of scares me. Minus 600 for a guy making his debut, training out of a Newland cartel. Obviously, those guys haven't really been looking that great this year, but I just think stylistically it's a good matchup for him. So yeah, those are my confident picks. Tom, Kaszuba, Newman, Pinedo. I'm not like crazy confident Tajin, but I do think he wins. But like I would say like I'm like out of 10, I'm probably like 7, like 6.5% confident Tajin wins. If he defends takedowns, like if he doesn't get taken out, he's gonna win by like he probably is gonna knock out Storley if he defends all of Storley's takedowns. So yeah, there you guys go. That's my full card breakdown for PFL. The finals for 145, 170. And hopefully we have a really good card. We're going to be live for this entire card on Friday. So Americans go come tune into the live streams. We have a lot of fun on the live streams. Hopefully none of these fights fall out on this card. I'll see you guys next time, man. Once again, if you guys want a sports book, you can go bet on. You can also watch fights there for free on Cloudbet. Use my promo code PICKMA. You can watch this whole card free on Cloudbet. I'll see you guys next time, man. Later. Hopefully you guys all make money. Hopefully we all make money. I mean, so good luck, guys. I'll see you guys on Friday for this live stream.